stopped trusting fitness influencers and my AI run my diet. So my friend had this genius idea. What if instead of trusting my cravings, I trusted artificial intelligence with my diet? Because clearly this has been working so well.
Hey ChatGPT, it's your best pal here. I'm back again. I need some life advice, and no, not how to get through a breakup.
It wants my weight, my training schedule, calories, and my protein target. Okay, so it's already judging me.
For the next 60 days, ChatGPT controls my calories, my macros, my meal timing, and yes, my snacks. I'm kind of loose on the meal timing.
ChatGPT says consistency is key. I say consistency is emotionally unavailable right now.
The goal is simple: lean out, keep strength, look better shirtless, and not spiral because I missed one macro by 6 grams. Follow this series because in 60 days, we're either gonna have abs or ChatGPT is getting blocked. Day 7 starts now.
It's the weekend, I'm tired. I just got off work and all I can think about is wanting something warm, savory, and make me feel tingly inside. These 10 inches, these hit the spot. Now, yes, I know, a public sub is not what ChatGPT wants, but it's what I want. And in this relationship, what I say goes. When it comes to a cut, you have to do things to keep you off an FBI's most wanted list. And I think this is completely acceptable. You have to stay mentally sane throughout the process, and sometimes it can get hard. And you don't have to be a robot, although right now that's what we're using. And I am starting to feel things for her, but that doesn't mean I gotta completely change my personality, right? Now, I'm not saying you should go eat something completely sweet and just mess up your macros. I made sure to do the calculations with my lover. Oh, I just think about her all the time now. And she said this was completely acceptable. And even if she didn't, well, you know how that goes. I did have my normal breakfast, so the oatmeal was still haunting me. And I had my protein shake. So this was completely acceptable after eating something healthy to then have something minorly less healthy. Needless to say that after the 60 days, if I'm able to have one of these every weekend and still completely stay true to my diet outside of that and hit my goal, then it only is more of a testament to what ChatGPT can really provide for you. So if you're someone that is a robot and is into robots, and can stay consistent and not miss a day, then by all means, you will have abs in 60 days. All right, so we're back. It is day 7 now of the cutting process. Just got out of the shower and we're about to weigh ourselves. But this is how we're looking. Obviously, nothing has really changed in a week, and I wouldn't expect it to, but just so you guys can see, this is how we're looking a week in, so not too bad, you know, because it's how I used to look, or still look, but I eventually won't look like this, hopefully. All right, so have the camera to take the picture ready, and let's see how much we weigh. Okay, so we are 166.6 now. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the camera. Oh yeah, you can. 166.6. So that's 1.6 pounds. So that's not terrible. Definitely a lot of that is water weight. So it's not like I'm freaking out about that, or you know, oh, I dropped my calories too fast because I know that my water weight and my water retention is being cut out. So I don't really need to, as of right now, change anything with my diet. 1.6 pounds in the first week is fine. I think just because so much of that is probably water weight. So cool. So that means that we should be pretty good. We should be on track. I am by no means certified or a PE, so I'm just pretty much guesstimating that we're good right now. But if someone comments and says, hey, buddy, you're dying, then maybe we'll reassess, but I think we're okay right now. All right, so it is time for meal number 1. Now, someone in the comment section of the last video, thank you to you, pointed out that there's a way to get my oatmeal to water ratio kind of perfect. And yeah, so I'm just gonna measure it out. That way I'm not, you know, eating soup, but I'm also not eating Geodude's, you know what. So another thing, I found old-fashioned oats, which have the ever so slightest flavor. They still taste like nothing, but they have the ever so slightest flavor. The exact same macros pretty much as the Quaker Oats. I think the only difference is Quaker Oats has 2 grams of soluble fiber, and this only has 1 gram of soluble fiber. Everything else is the complete same. And I got this just because, well, it looked like it'd be tastier, and they didn't have any of the big containers of the Quaker Oats, so I was pretty much left with no other options. The person did say too that I can add protein powder into my oats after they're cooked, and it'd make it taste a lot better. And trust me, I would love to do that, but it's not what ChatGPT is recommending or asking. They'd probably recommend it, but it's not what they're telling me to. So I'm not gonna do that. Although if this is a normal day and I wasn't doing this challenge, then I would, yes, of course, put protein powder into my oats because that sounds a lot better. So I think the perfect amount of water is a cup because it's 3/4 cup oatmeal. So I think a cup of water is pretty much where I need to be. And that is that's basically perfect. Now what I've been doing too is instead of mixing this first, I'm just doing it after. It goes a little bit further when it's a little bit runnier as far as covering the entire surface. And see, that looks a little bit more enjoyable. So I've kind of figured out a way to, over these past few days, to make my oatmeal less of a thorn in my side. Alright, so we got our breakfast here. We got the actually more presentable and beautiful oatmeal. We're doing a shift from the last video, right? We actually might start to like this a lot more. Maybe. And then obviously we got our eggs. Alright, so I want to see. This looks a lot better, right? Not crazy good, but that's probably twice, if not 2.5 times better than it was before. Alright boys, so that's meal number 1 complete. As always, we're diversifying. This is the most diverse meal of the day. It's like the Michelin star compared to the ground beef and rice prison I've been running all week. Is it groundbreaking? No. But is it better than the brown and white sadness? Absolutely. It says a lot more about my diet than I'm comfortable admitting, but we're evolving slowly, like a Pokemon who only knows 2 moves, beef and rice.
This shit was some green. I came up and it turned to my city and clean. About this shit Kareem. I can bless a bad bitch without even a sneeze. Wait for my nigga to squeeze. I'm a spray this bitch block like a fool for breeze.
Sabe, depois que eu te conheci, ficou difícil de viver. Eu fico aqui imaginando coisas com você, viu? Let me love you the way that I do now. You never knew how. If God the chance in the timeless man, would you do it again? Would you do it again? Would you do? Me chamou pra sua casa pra assistir uma noite. Nós
Alright, well, we're done now. So, back to the diet.
Alright, so jumping into meal number 2, I'm doing a voiceover just because for some reason the audio got messed up. But you know, this is the protein shake, right? So it's the whey protein powder. It's a cup of the non-fat Greek yogurt, and then you can do a half cup or a cup of berries, but I choose the cup just because it's more flavor. But this is liquid muscle. It's fermented dairy for the gut, and has berries, so I can legally say I eat fruit. This is what I consume immediately after lifting heavy things, so my body doesn't call HR for me for muscle neglect. It tastes good, and it does the job, and it requires zero chewing, which is elite efficiency right after the gym. And I'm pretty good at doing things that don't require chewing, so this one is a plus in my book.
Alright, so that is meal number 2 finished up. I won't show all the meals today just because I want to get this video up for you guys before 6 p.m. But I will at least show one of the ground beef and rice meals. I'll probably have that in about... It's getting close. I'll probably do that in about an hour, which is a little bit quicker. Usually I do 2 hours between meals. Besides obviously breakfast and then meal number 2 because I go to the gym after I eat breakfast. However, I will show you one of the ground beef and rice meals. So yeah, and then I'll have this video up for you guys. If you made it this far into the video, comment W, and maybe I shouldn't do what I just did because that's kind of, you know, West Side. I am not affiliated. Don't kill me. I'll do another check-in in about an hour or so, and then just show you guys the meal, and then yeah, we'll wrap things up. So I'll see you then. Alright, so we got meal number 3 here. So this is what it's looking like. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. The ratios are crazy here. We got 1 cup white rice and then 6 ounces ground beef. This is like the carb heavy meal. And then we got 5 pieces of asparagus that looks like they've seen things. The beef is basically just there for support. It's giving, I'm on a cut, but I still want to feel things. And the asparagus, well, I cooked it so long it looked like the life left its body, wrinkled, limp, and spiritually exhausted. Almost like it just went through a breakup. But hey, I like it drained. Completely. If it's not fighting for its life on the pan, well, then I don't want it. Balanced meal, morals questionable. I'll see you on day 14.